Let's update you on what is happening in Ukraine, because the military there says it's hit a Russian oil depot in the city of Engels, that's on the Volga River, that supplies fuel to an important military airbase. It said the attack caused a large fire at the depot, hundreds of kilometres east of Ukraine. You can see footage here that has been verified by the BBC. Kyiv said it would significantly reduce Russia's ability to target Ukraine. Comes after Russia's defence ministry says it's captured new towns in eastern Ukraine as well. So Russia also saying that it is making advancements there. Let's unpick this further with Vitaly Shevchenko, Russia editor at BBC Monitoring and also host of BBC Ukrainecast. Hi Vitaly. Two big developments there. Just update us on them both.
So first, Engels, that oil storage facility. It's important because in the same location, the same town, there's also an airbase used by Russian strategic bombers that basically are firing missiles at Ukraine. And Ukraine has apparently used drones that flew more than 300 miles, that's a long way, to target that oil facility. And Kyiv is hoping that it will, the attack will significantly reduce Russia's ability to hit targets in Ukraine. And it's one of many such attacks carried out by Ukraine recently. Just on Saturday, in a completely different part of Russia, that's even further than Engels, just outside of St. Petersburg, a port that Russia uses to export oil and gas was also hit by Ukrainian drones. So these oil fuel storage facilities are a key target for Ukraine. But in Ukraine itself, news isn't that great for Ukrainian forces. Russia says that it's captured a town called Kurakhove.
Have we been able to verify that? Do we know?
It's really difficult, Lucy. It's really difficult unless you happen to be there. Ukrainians have, officials in Kiev, I should say, they've not confirmed it. But if you listen to what soldiers are saying on social media, people who are talking to soldiers, what they're saying, it looks like it's true that Ukrainian forces have had to withdraw from Kurakhove. And it's important for two reasons. One is that it was previously used by Ukraine to supply troops in Donbass region, mainly with hardware that Ukraine dispatches from Zaporizhia. And the second reason is that it's just another town captured by Russia. It really affects morale in Ukraine.
Meanwhile, you've been recording the latest episode of Ukrainecast with Victoria as well. And I know you spoke to Ukraine's former foreign minister, Dmytro Kuleba, about this thorny issue of conscription and the age of conscription in Ukraine. It was 27. It's now dropped, hasn't it, Vitaly, to 25. And the US have suggested as well that it be raised, lowered even more. Let's have a listen to some of that interview.
I don't think the drop will be as dramatic as it sounds. I mean, I do not see why it should go straight to 18.
Right, but you're expecting it to come down again from 25, it sounds like.
I don't have an answer to that. I'm not expecting that because it's the generals who have to make this argument to the political leadership and to the parliament, and most importantly to the people of Ukraine, why it has to be done. Sure. Because it will be an extremely painful decision, which will not be welcomed by any part of the Ukrainian society. But so I don't know whether this is going to happen, but if it is to happen, I am certain that it will not go down, the age will not go down to 18 right away. They will maybe go 1-2 years down, because I think the only person who would be happy with going down to 18 would be my son, who is 18 years old. And
he wants to fight. He wants to fight, does he?
He's taking military classes, and I barely convinced him to continue with his studies at the university at this point.
How would you feel if your son went to fight for your country?
I will respect his decision. I think this is something that you should not be seeking, but if your time comes, you should face the challenge with dignity.
Wow. You would respect his decision, but gosh, as a father, that must tear your heart in two.
He's an adult. I mean, he is an adult. He can make the decisions that he wants, and I have to support him in that. My goal is not to be the father who is breaking his children down because he believes that he knows better than them. So what I think about this decision is a different thing. But as I said, he's 18, and all I ask him to do is just to get a university to get a university degree, because it will be extremely difficult to finish your studies after coming from the front line.
Vitaly, one of the things that interview shows is just how personal and emotional it is for every Ukrainian, the age of conscription. It affects so many families.
Well, absolutely. No matter how patriotic you are, the choices between, well, life and death, really. You can get killed on the front line. But the fact is, Ukraine is running out of people. And the age at which Ukrainians can be told to go and fight, whether they want it or not, is relatively high, 25 years. For example, in Britain during the Second World War, it was 18. But there are two ways of looking at it. The position taken by Ukrainian authorities is that, well, look, it's a choice between putting the lives of our people, of our soldiers, at risk and using weapons. So President Zelensky has been saying, look, don't pressure us into sending young men, more young men, to the front lines. Give us more weapons.
Vitaly, thank you so much. And Ukrainecast as well, of course. You can download it wherever you get your BBC podcasts. Worth a listen. Around the world and across the UK, this is BBC News.